I got comments from multiple subscribers on my YouTube channel to talk about the fact that there are people now making content predominantly on TikTok discouraging people from participating in the No King's Day protests that are coming up on June 14th. Claims go something like this. Well, look at what's happening in LA. Those are peaceful protests, but there are a few agitators, instigators who are destroying property. And that is giving the LAPD an excuse to crack down and use violent measures. We could talk about how the mayor of LA said that the LAPD was committed to protecting peaceful protesters' rights, but yet we've seen them do things like shoot a journalist in the back of a leg with a rubber bullet. And to be clear, rubber bullets are different than you think. They're really big and they actually cause a lot of injury. I have multiple friends who were injured by them in Portland in 2020. There have been people killed by them. That's why they're called less lethal ammunition. There's a video on my Blue Sky of a man on the ground who is purposefully being trampled repeatedly by the LAPD, mounted LAPD, by their horses. And there's tons of footage of ICE being brutal, including beating an unarmed man in the back with a large baton. Like, we know that the state, we know law enforcement, they're going to use any excuse they can to brutalize protesters. That's why it's so important that we commit to our nonviolent discipline so that we give them no room, no excuse to behave that way. And I just want to encourage you, before the April 5th protests, there were also these kinds of videos. And I honestly, I'm really suspicious of anybody who makes that kind of content. Don't show up, don't protest, you guys. The cops are, they're going to beat on you. They're going to use this as an excuse to roll out martial law. That's not going to happen. They're going to use this as an excuse to do X, Y, Z and brutalize you. So don't show up. It's not safe. It's not safe. I'm immediately suspicious of anybody who makes content like that. Why are people wanting you to give up your constitutional right to free speech in advance? Why are they wanting you to sit down and hide and not exercise your rights? Why are they trying to intimidate you into not exercising your rights? So if I see somebody making that kind of content, I'm suspicious right off the bat. But also, let's for a second assume positive intent, right? People can have really bad anxiety. It's really easy to catastrophize. The Trump regime tells you they're big and powerful and they will do anything they want and nobody can stop them, except that's not true, right? What they say is not actually accurate at all. So it's really easy to give into our fears. It's really easy to do exactly what Trump wants and to let him plant those seeds of anxiety, to let him create fear that makes you so escalated that you obey in advance, you cede your right to protest.